You are now tuned to BS3 Network.
All right, good evening, everyone. Welcome to Perspective, and we'll get right into it as we always do. Here at Perspective, we understand that everybody has different ideas, different opinions, different lived experiences. And so the premise of our program is right there in the name, Perspective. So with that understood, you may have conversations. We have open conversations. This is a safe place. This is a truth place. So whatever you're thinking, feeling, what you have to bring to the table, we want you to do that. And you may not agree, but that doesn't make you right and the other person wrong. That doesn't make the other person right and you wrong. It just simply means that you're different. And whenever we take the time to listen to other people's perspective and their differences, we'll find out, one, that we have probably more in common than we thought. And then two, it doesn't mean anything bad. It just simply means that it's different. And that tends to bring us closer together. So that's what we would really like to accomplish here on Perspective. My name is The Intellect, AKA Cullinan, because I'm the biggest diamond ever found on land, and AKA The Atlantic, because I'm cold, deep, and choppy. And ain't nothing nobody can do about it. I am a father, grandfather. I've been in the talent acquisition corporate recruiting space for about 17 years. I'm involved in the community with the Empower series, which is a nonprofit financial literacy program. So I encourage you to go over to our YouTube page. That's the Empower series Inc. and check out some of that content. That's how I'm in the community. And other than that, that has ushered me into some career coaching, career counseling, and many of them feel like I have something to add. And that has led me to here in front of you. So with that being said, I'm going to pass the mic over to my co-host and allow them to introduce themselves.
Mic check 1, 2. No, I'm just kidding. So my name is LaToya, aka Doc, aka his wife, them kids' mama. I am a licensed professional counselor, an author, and a lovely co-host on this podcast. And I am excited to join in and get to it. But before we do, I need y'all to go vote for us. I have went ahead and put the links in all the chats. Y'all need to vote for us, please, because I got to drive really far away and get a babysitter and, vote for your girl. Like, what's up?
I love it.
Too. But that first category, go ahead and vote for us. We would definitely appreciate it.
Absolutely, we would.
Let's do these comments.
All right. So Ben Sutter III, he says, you can support BS3 Network by sending stars. Stars help us earn money to continue building the network. Thank you. And if you hadn't noticed that BS3, Ben Sutter III puts the BS3 into the BS3 Network. Definitely salute to Ben and what he's growing and what he's built. It's really impressive. But most impressive to me is the people, who they are, their hearts. And so this is a quality network to follow up with, to participate in, and also to send those stars. So it will not be going to waste. Miss Steph, hey, how you doing? Greetings to you too as well. Always happy to have you in the building. Keisha, what's going on? I wanted to stay out of all of the nicknames, but I'm going to keep it kosher. She said, hey, we miss you too.
Hi. Yes, girl, tell them to vote.
I appreciate it. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you.
And thank you. We definitely appreciate a vote. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Is that all the comments we got for tonight? Right now?
So far, they'll be in there a little later.
Absolutely. So the topic for tonight, we're going to all stay nice. We're going to all stay kosher. Okay. We're going to always comment and come in with, okay, let me stop that. Now, hey, gloves off. You say what you want to say. Feel how you want to feel. Just
okay, hold on. Let me this what you want me to say. You want me to give my disclaimer. Listen, we don't know you personally. We would love to get to know you personally when appropriately, but we don't know you and your full story, right? So the things that we are saying is based on our experience, education, things people have told us, and we understand that there will be an outlier for every situation. We recognize that your mama, that wasn't her story. Your homegirl found something different. We get it. Thank you so much. And with that being said, let's go.
let's go. All right. So the topic for tonight is double standards. What's good for the goose is good for the. Now I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna say the whole thing. What's good for the goose is good for the gander.
I believe that.
Or is it?
Is.
Okay. Now you've put your gauntlet out.
It don't always feel good.
Listen, in theory, yes, but in reality, absolutely not. It's just not the case. I think there are different things for different things. And if you can't catch that, then, holler at me on the back end. We can discuss it in detail. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into it. Doc always keeps things straight. So, definition and understanding is important because we know a lot of people who will talk very intimately, long, detailed, and don't have the right definition of what it is they're speaking of. So there's the two factors because there's a theory of what double standards are. And then, of course, we want to hear those things. But from a technical standpoint, an academia standpoint, double standards are a rule or principle which is unfairly applied in different ways to different people or groups. Doc, you signing off on that? You good?
I'm good with that. Check.
All right. Additionally, double standards are social norms or expectations that treat different groups of people unequally,
right,
or based on factors such as gender, race, and other characteristics. But we're going to keep this in the house of those double standards that kind of happen in Black American homes and in Black American relationships, Black American individuals. But this is going to be much crossover. I think it crosses over many bridges. So don't get bogged down into that. You know what I mean? So when discussing double standards between Black men and Black women, it's important to recognize these double standards can be complex. And what I'm doing is following Doc's lead, multifaceted, and they can vary across different cultures, groups, regions, and time periods. So we have kind of compiled some speaking points. Now the comment section is open and ready, and it's hot and waiting for you. So definitely want to hear what your speaking points are, and also your replies, your views on that. So we have about 7. We're going to try to make it through them, and if you add some, we may get onto those. So the examples of double standards that have been observed between Black men and Black women, as Doc said, through study, through life experience, and all that other good stuff she said. So the number one, I'm gonna let Doc roll into this one. And Doc, so what's the first double standard you'd like to speak about?
Appearance and beauty standards. I don't like how men get to have a little bit more cushion for the pushing, and we don't. Y'all get to be big, and we gotta go to the gym and be a size 5. I don't like it.
Did you say we are allowed to be big?
Yes. Nobody's ever turning down a guy because he's big. That's not happening. He has more options.
Lies and deceit.
No.
Lies, smell, deception, or confusion. I totally disagree with that.
Say more about that.
I think, I think.
My girl.
Listen, if she said example, DJ Khaled and Lizzo in the media, neither one of them get anything. Wait, matter of fact, don't Lizzo have a man?
That's not the point. The point, me and my homegirl Aspen are saying, is look at how they're treated. Nobody's telling DJ Khaled to put a shirt on. Nobody's telling him he needs to lose some weight. Nobody's asking him what he eats. They be all on Lizzo like, you need to eat a salad. When you the biggest vegetarian I know, blah, blah, blah. It's because she's a woman and he is a man.
I mean, that sounds good. I mean, because you're a great orator, public speaker. I mean, you hold councils, people, and groups. I've seen it with my own eyes. And here's the problem with that. Even Lizzo makes references about weight and stuff. But I'm not going to go in that because I ain't
because it's like she's jabbing first. She's jabbing first.
No,
when Lizzo come on stage with her bikini and whatever else she got on, people are like, oh my God.
Well, one, Lizzo, that's a stage. Like now with DJ Khaled,
when he's on stage,
DJ Khaled does not have the woman that he wants. And you know why?
Yes, because
he does. He built like a light-skinned Teletubby. He is.
He's married to what some people would say is a beautiful
woman. Right. And I'm telling you right now, DJ Khaled would get no. And here's the double standard. Men don't have to worry about their body if they got bread. It's just a fact. If you have power, prestige, and influence.
Lizzo got bread, and we still want her to eat a salad. And by we, I mean the people. I don't care what sis eat. I actually want to eat a cheeseburger myself. So.
But here's the thing about the double standard. You think that men don't have to get their body in shape. Yes, they do. They absolutely do. And then we can go on social media and it's all about that. But that's why 10% of the guys who look a certain way get 90% of the women. But 100% of the women get all the guys.
That's not true.
That's true. They can have what they want.
That's not true. I'm a woman. How you gonna
say Lizzo has a man
that she stole from somebody else allegedly? I don't know. That's just what she said on TikTok. I don't know her.
Okay, so comments. Keisha says lies and deceit. Oh, yes, that's absolutely correct.
It was no lies told.
She said DJ Khaled or Rick Ross, big titty having arse either.
See?
Shawana Jordan says 100% agree with Doc. Well, then, I mean, it's okay to be 100% wrong. I mean, if you're going to do it big.
Accurate. We are accurate over here.
Keisha Walker says he would have been kicked to the curb so quick after he said he ain't doing oral sex on his wife. She said, bye, bug boy Khalid. But you know why he can say that? Because he has money. He has money. So I don't agree with that. And I wish it was more men in the comment section so they could they could definitely share that. Because that is an issue.
Dudes be out here chubby. And then somebody made a song about it. They was like, I need a big boy. I want a big boy. And then all the big boys came out with their shirts off, boobs bigger than mine, all on the TikTok with their beautiful people that they was with. So yes, I stand by what I said. 1,000%.
I have plenty of examples, but we're going to move on because we'll stay on that one. We'll ride that one all the way out. But Aspen Smith says, I don't think it's about her getting or having a man. It's really how she's treated. I can name several fat men that don't get the same level of scrutiny as fat women. Fat Joe, Big Pun, B.I.G., Rick Ross. And Aspen, always love your commentary. Always love your commentary because there's a layer of truth to that. But here's the deal. I have seen Rick Ross gets parodied. All these big dudes get parodied. You know what I mean?
Not like women.
What are you don't think so? Women have whole organizations, whole groups and demographics will come to the aid and defense of women if they are ridiculed, especially in public. You know what I mean? That's just a fact. So let's come on back to reality just a little bit. Like women's size. Now, as far as their attractiveness and do they have the pick of the litter of maybe the men that all of the women tend to go for? What was he called? The model thug. Remember the guy with the green eye, the light skin, and the six pack?
Oh, he's so sweet. I watched him on the show. I know who you're talking about.
Right. They had those see they want that, you know what I mean? In a guy, but he don't have to have nothing else because of the looks, but you have to have the looks. Now, if you don't have those level looks, then you better bring some other things to the table.
I think I'm with Aspen. I don't know that we talking about getting a man because there's somebody for everybody. Lizzo got money, so she's probably gonna keep a man. I'm saying in how she's treated. Everybody is on that lady about what she eating, what she doing, why she's so big. The questions that people are asking her, I've never heard of them asking Fat Joe, Big Pun, blah, blah, blah. That's what we saying. She got a man, she gonna get a man. She got money. It's cool.
I get it. And the reason I disagree with that is because I think the attention Lizzo receives is because of her behavior and what she does. There are other women who are of size that have gotten nothing but respect and appreciation. Now, I don't think they get ridiculed like that. Now, if you come out and pick a fight, then yeah, you have, then that may get called out. Keisha Walker says, what about the song Big Fine Woman or Sister Big Bones?
I don't know those songs.
I can't reference them. Aspen Smith says, from a human perspective, we all need to maintain our physique. Facts.
Okay, I'm with that.
Aspen said, nope, look at Missy Elliott. She was not respected as a plus size woman. Maybe it's just that men are more visual. Men are definitely more visual. So that would have an aspect to it. But I think that, saying that, women have to maintain their bodies and men just get to be, fat slobs. Like we said, there's a lot of layers to it. But I would be on I disagree with that side. So
I knew you would, but I'm sticking with it.
Now I think black women, so a negative for black women as far as the double standards. And then I hate saying this because it's gonna sound like I agree with you, and then y'all gonna pop off on me right now, but I ain't scared of none of y'all. Anybody can get it, as my boy Trainer would say. He's a figure on Instagram. You have to go check him out. I think black women they get a lot of pressure to conform to Eurocentric beauty standards, which I think has become a big problem. Lighter skin, thinner nose, weave and stuff like that, where I think men don't have to conform in that way as much. Now that has nothing to do with weight, but we don't have to.
But it's appearance though.
But we don't have to go through the length with women as far as carrying our appearance. Now we do need to be well groomed, and these are the rules of the ladies. You got to smell good, look good, good. So we'll take care of that. And so and then also you had the Crown Act, and I think women really were put under pressure to, if they're going into corporate America, or especially if you're going to be on TV, you had to make those changes. So men not as much, and it's not as drastic. Keep your hair cut short, don't wear a big afro, little things like that. But I don't think it was as severe.
Because we like to change our hair and have different styles and do something different every week. And
but so y'all don't have to do that, because I'm gonna tell you,
if we want to.
I mean, yeah, if you want to. I mean, I'm not against you having options. Ladies, have your options. I mean, but don't, this me, I like a certain type of thing, and it's a certain type of thing that ain't necessary. Yeah, but we won't go into those details. That ain't what this show is about. So double standards. Stereotypes and perceptions. Black men may be, I say black men are disproportionately perceived as dangerous, aggressive, due to, obvious reasons, the racial stereotypes, which lead to our increased incarceration. I think find ourselves with knees on our necks to be sensitive about that. A lot of racial profiling, and we get attacked in that way. Whereas I think Black women definitely are subjected to those, out of Sister Bland, memory, never forget her, to those stereotypes, but not as much when it comes to being perceived as being dangerous. I think for the women, it's more of the angry black woman or something like that, maybe a stereotype, but they're not scrutinized and put under as much pressure as men in that one. So I think there's a double standard.
I disagree.
Okay,
respect. I agree and disagree. Like, I agree that y'all are seen as more violent, more
right.
I agree with that. But to say that we're not under that type of scrutiny, I disagree, because in the circles and the places that we're in, we are seen as that. So like in corporate America, where it's 3 black women and no black men, then they'll get the label of like aggressive, or they're bullies, or ooh, she's too direct, she didn't say good morning in her email. Like, so I think that we get that same scrutiny. I just think it's different. And I think the reason, especially like with police, I just think that they're just not afraid of us. They're more afraid of you. So it's easier for them to say that you're violent or that you're aggressive because they need that. I just don't think they fear us that way.
Okay, understood. Now, I think the sexualization of black women, because they are absolutely divine, and so I can understand why I can understand why anyone would get shaken and want to stare and look and see. But I think black women are sexualized, hypersexualized, and objectified quite a bit. And I know men get it too, but black women, they get it on another level where I think they're just almost minimized to their physical attributes when black women, sent the space shuttle to the moon. You know what I'm saying? So multifaceted. I mean, it's just, to be fine and fantastically figured. And I ain't talking about the body, I'm talking about the man. You see what I did there?
I did.
Yeah. But with that being said, I think that's where the double standards come in on that end. And so, let's catch some context. Aspen says, I think black exploitation films helped perpetuate the sexualization of black women.
I absolutely agree with that.
Yeah.
But I think we dancing around it. I think part of it is it all goes back to slavery. Like
they always have been sexualized.
I mean, it all goes back to that. Like, think about, what's the lady name? Sarah Bartman, I think, where they had her body part on display and stuff like that. When you think about things like that, I think, and then using black women. Oh, that's like very not nice to say. Having sex with black women against their will, like doing that all the time. But then, but so that you don't seem like a bad person, saying like, oh, they want it, or oh, that's how they are, or oh, that's what they like. That comes from that. And I think the same with black men. I think saying like they're aggressive and scary and need to be controlled for black men, I think that's a slavery thing too.
I mean, many of the things that we face and we deal with are definitely going to stem from that. I know we don't want to be, it's frowned upon to be like an excuse maker or, hey, forget that, quit talking about it. But, there's certain things that we have to just be honest about and take and be real with. And though long periods of time of being subjected to certain things, and Doc, you can definitely enlighten me on this, it's going to have an impact. I think, when things change your brain, gets down into the DNA, where you're subjected to certain types of traumas that really change you. And
that's what epigenetics is. It's the study of how like trauma is in your genes. And so you gotta know. You gotta know that like all of that stuff, no, it didn't happen to us, but it shapes the way we are. That's why like certain black people will cower when groups of white women or white people in general are around, because it's like, well, I don't want no smoke. You know what I mean? So
no, I do know what you mean.
All that's in our DNA. Like nobody has, and then we teach our kids that like Hey,
we say don't do this, don't look at me not. Yeah,
yes,
it's not as severe. Yeah,
Yeah.
but that Jim Crow period, I saw a movie about that. No, well, yeah, it was a movie where the townspeople made this black father whoop his son for just simply walking into a place, and he had to do it, and his son hated him for it. I mean, but that's a different thing, but we definitely know it comes from that. Aspen Smith says, "Agree, Doc. Root cause is slavery, and that black woman and that black women hold no value, and they are scared of black
men."
Yeah. All right. Moving on. Doc, you feel good about that?
I do feel good about it.
All right. So what about these double standards with black men, black women, and even men and women when it comes to the educational and professional opportunities?
I don't know. I think I have the pleasure of being around a lot of professionals just because of like what I do for work. People want to use their insurance. And so like if you have private insurance, you have a job. So,
right.
So I feel like
this is how I deduced to this conclusion.
Yeah, so I kind of feel like I'm at a disadvantage there because I feel like I see an equal amount of black men and black women.
Well, let me lead with this. So on the educational, black women, I think, face challenges in assessing or accessing educational, I would say not educational, but professional avenues. And this is really up in the upper echelon. Now, I think this is starting to open up and change with the introduction of DE&I. But still, even when it's done, is it really from a pure place that they really deserve it, or now they being tokenized in that way? But I think they have some challenges because if you go work with different, with a majority middle-aged white men, and you're in that area, which you have to operate a different way. So I feel like they have a little bit more challenge when it goes into that intersection of that business realm. And I think it's called something. I took some notes on that. Intersectional discrimination. And I've kind of seen that with my own eyes before. So, but I think black men, they also deal with the racial disparities. I don't know about education. I take that off the table, but in employment, but black women, I think they encounter additional barriers for the obvious reasons, really for gender, for their gender areas. Because when they go, if you're in corporate America, you're going to be in the boys club and working with them, and that's going to change. And so I think they run into challenges, whereas black men still have challenges, but they're not as sharp and pointed, and they don't have the gender factor into it.
Yeah, I don't know that that's a black man, black woman thing, though. I think that's a woman thing. Anytime you're entering into the boys club, there's gonna be some issues.
I would disagree with that. I really pointed toward black women because I've been in the workforce for quite some time, and I was managed by a ton of white men. Some great, some not so great. Many of them in leadership, some great, some not so great. But nevertheless, I did not see where white women were stumped in that way. Now, I can't shy away and say they didn't have to make some adjustments or they didn't mutually have to deal with some of the gender issues. I think that's come and gone for white women per se, but I don't see it gone for black women.
So I don't see it gone for black women either, but I don't know that it's such a double standard or difference with black men and black women in that particular area. Now, black men and women and everybody else, absolutely. But black men and black women, I don't know that I've seen like that big of a difference.
Of black men and black women?
Like the double standard for like the black man's just gonna shoot up the ladder and the black woman.
No.
I haven't seen that.
No. Yeah, the level of work and sacrifice. Yeah, I don't even want to talk about it. It's almost like what a trauma flash. Yeah, it is definitely a trigger. Some things you just can't give up, man, for that. So let's go into the next speaking point. And of course, our viewers, if you have a speaking point, there's some contrast or area that you think double standards are really existing, please put it in the comments and share so we can get into it. Parenting and family dynamics. Now, I really didn't have anything, so I did some research and I was like, listen, what are other people saying about that? So I'm gonna present this and then y'all can eat it up, chop it up. So Black women may be subjected to criticism or judgment for their parenting choices, and single Black mothers might face stigmatization, while Black fathers may face stereotypes portraying them as absentee or irresponsible parents.
Because my first thought goes with that stereotype, like mama's baby's daddy's maybe. Like I feel like the double standard is if we have a baby, I'm stuck. Like you get to walk away, you get to live your life, you get to go to the college out of town, like you get to do whatever you want. I know your personal situation is different, but for the majority,
what? I was just
because you like
no,
I'm just saying, like I know everybody got an outlier, but for the majority, and I know like there are bad moms. I get it, y'all. I get it. Like there's a situation for everything, but for the majority, the mama is stuck with the baby. Like the man get to just opt out. Like, oop, oop,
well, I think there will be a great number of grandmothers and aunts that will tell you, damn lie. But I understand where you're coming from. I'm definitely going to say men do not get to just walk away scot-free. They can't. The law, if the woman chooses to go and initiate the law, there's no way he's walking away scot-free.
But you do know there's women out there that don't do that.
Well, no, I know several women that don't do that. I know some dudes I'm looking at like, she ain't got you on child support. So I get though, and as we said before, there's different levels to it. I just think overarching, men can't just, okay, I'm walking away. And then of course, with a third of all children born, husband and wives, couples that have children, a third of the children don't even belong to the men. We just men don't get to walk away scot-free. Many men have taken care of and paid for children that they thought were biologically theirs or not theirs. So that's a factor to put in play. So I won't just throw the whole burning log at that men can just walk away. There's a lot of things that keep men in line and will hold them accountable for their actions in that space. But the stigmas, Black mothers stigmatization, yeah, because we don't know what because I think they will make the assumption, but they don't know the circumstances of why she's a single mother. I will say this: my oldest daughter, is a single mother, and ironically, today is the Mr. Illustrious Carter Malachi Goodall's second birthday. Happy birthday, grandson! But she is a single mother, not because the guy was no good, but he actually passed. And this was just before my son was born. Actually, probably ushered him on because he was premature. Came about a month and a half, 2 months early. But with that being said, there are a lot of different factors. But I think women that are single mothers, it's automatically thought that it's this double hit for the mother and for the man. Automatically, the dude was a deadbeat and he ain't there, and why he's not there, and then or she wasn't a good woman, or why she don't have a man, and she got her child. She's out there doesn't have a husband, doesn't have a man, have no commitment. But there you go. That's my take on that. Aspen Smith says, but you didn't say grandpas or uncles. Because I was waiting for you to bring that on in, Aspen. It was a test.
Aspen is my bestie for the rest. This is me on it. I'm telling you.
I love it. That's why I love our group, our viewers. They always keep it funky, and I appreciate their perspectives and their input. Miss Steph says they can't now, but it has been the norm.
Thank you, Steph. They just be like, boop, opt out.
I get that, yeah, because we did talk about it. Because this will span generations, which is going to span some of the legal tools and other aspects of keeping people in order on any side. Steph also said many men raise other people's kids and not their own. Yep, we did.
That does happen. I think that happens a lot. But I think that there are also like a lot of factors, right? Just like everything, there's nuances and layers. You're gonna raise the kid that's in your home. You just are. So if you break up with with your original family, you break that up, then you go somewhere else, they have a kid and y'all are together, like you're going to parent that kid. You can't help it. You can't go and be like, I can't.
If you got any decency,
so I don't see your kid. Like you can't.
You got some decency. I didn't see some goofballs like not try to, which is even more. Yeah, it's crazy. Steph says so true, so true. And on the on the parenting portion, I think men are going to automatically be celebrated if they have it, whereas it's like it's a special thing for the man to do any type of parenting, nurturing, anything. It was a situation where I had to, my oldest daughter, she's, and I'm out of town, but she had to be taken to my grandmother's house. And so this comes back to me, and I immediately, call, hey, I won't be in, boom, boom, boom. I hit the highway, I'm there. And this is no knock on anybody, but it's speaking to the frame of mind of individuals. I get there, and their aunt is there, wonderful family. Her aunt comes and just, Coach was like, Eric, you didn't have to come down. And I said, what you mean? It's my daughter. It's my child. I'm her father. If there's anything adverse about her in any capacity, you damn right I'm coming. But if they it's just such a normal thing that the dad doesn't have to move. He don't have to do that. We got it. Nah, I got it too. So those are some double standards that show up in the parenting and family dynamics there. Ben Sutter the third said, good evening. Making the rounds, sure you're doing what we're supposed to do. No, that's not what he's doing, y'all. That's not. I'm throwing him out.
Watching it because we have an amazing show on his wonderful network.
Boom. Boom.
So here's my thing though to that. You know what I hate to hear? This is just a little side note. I hate to hear a man say he babysitting his children. That it's like nails on chalkboard for me. Like, what you mean you babysitting? Yeah, I'm watching my kids. You're parenting.
Watching your kids.
You're watching. Ugh, I hate that. I hate when they do that.
I don't know why that tickles me, Doc. I don't know why that tickles
me. It makes me so I get mad.
Yeah, I can't.
Like angry.
I don't speak that language, so I don't know.
I'm watching my kids. Watching.
So Aspen says, do we think a double standard exists between Black women and men dating interracially?
We absolutely do think that.
There's a double standard? So is there a double standard exists between women and Black men dating interracially?
Man, they finna pat Tyrone on the back for dating Sally.
What?
Yes, baby. Shamika started dating Tom. Everybody like, he's fetishizing you. The lady is too. Like, what we talking about? Definitely. Come on. Yes, it is a double standard. Yes.
Yeah, I can only say yes. And because what came to mind wasn't even about double standards. So I leave that alone.
Absolutely. Like nobody cares anymore. Like when Black men date outside. I mean, some people care, but it's not like a big deal anymore because they do it so much. But when Black women do it, baby,
it stings. I don't even. I'm serious. I can look at the woman, don't like her, ain't nothing about I like, and it stings.
Say more
I
about
don't
that.
know why I feel like a loss.
How you think we've been feeling all this time?
We're
Although,
not going to do that. No, we're not.
although some dudes, I'd be like, woof,
Ah,
Katie can have you, boy.
see, all this talking about the surface level. I'm thinking about a much deeper thing that's being lost.
Yeah, like the loss of a black family, you taking that black dollar out of these little black babies' mouths, like all of that, that's deep, that's real. But some dudes, like Katie got it. It's fine.
Mm, I mean,
And then
we might
transparently,
have to talk about it. I mean, and I'm talking about earlier in my years. I'm talking about high school years. I didn't know this is what I was doing because it baffled me. Because I'm like, I got eyes. I see Becky, but I see Barbara. And I'm like, Barbara way finer, man. All right. Ain't nothing better than Barbara.
Okay, hello, Barbara. This is Shirley.
Yeah. Let me stop for somebody to think I'm projecting on him that I know. Everybody in high school like, Barbara, Eric, you like? No. So what I'm saying is I talked to the gentleman and was like, what is it? And I'm gonna tell you it's very simple. They were like, they're quieter, they're much more malleable, and it's less stress. And this was at a young age. And I was like, and of course, I came to y'all defense. I just want y'all to know. I was like, no, man, can't be just. But hey, seen it so much all the way through the whole up to my time now. I was like, and that's a very common inline answer and reason. Boom.
I almost feel like that. I almost feel like that's a rehearsed line that y'all had like some type of secret guy locker room meeting and like passed it down, because the people who typically date black men who typically date outside of their race, celebrities not included, when did you even give the black girl a chance? You started dating white girls in middle school. So how do you know that they're more
Well,
tolerable?
because if they didn't, that means the black girl never gave them a chance. There's a lot of guys that they grew into themselves, and that when you're young and you're black, if you ain't got no money and you ain't got the looks, then you're not finna get no play. But for some reason, the Beckys with their whether even if it's motivated by their I just want to be with a black guy, they give them the time of day. They give them the attention, and then that's what they gravitate to.
So then say that. So say black women don't like me. Black women didn't give me a chance. I gravitated toward them. Like saying
No sensible person is going to do that. So stop it.
I mean you anyway, I just feel like that whole they're more palatable and blah blah. Like I just feel like y'all made that up. I feel like it happened to some people and it was true at some point, but some people
because I done seen some of them that's just like
I've seen some white women
get them killed, get them jacked up, but then they real sneaky with theirs too. They lie. I mean, I get it. I'm just telling you what was shared and brought back to the classroom. Okay.
And all I'm saying is, I would have to challenge that. And I don't know why people get so mad when people have questions or they like challenge it. Like, see, that's what I'm talking about right there. I said, y'all talk too much, and there you go talking. I'm just trying to understand. Like, can I not ask a question? Right. And so for me, yeah, I feel like y'all had some secret guy meeting and was like, when they ask you why, just say this.
No, it's everything is into Diane's understanding. That's what it is. Okay, so we're gonna go to comments. Aspen says black men dating Becky doesn't necessarily have to change who they are, while black women dating Bob might have to code switch. Thoughts?
So all my friends are black women with black men. I do know one interracial couple, but I've never really I know the woman, I don't know the man, so I've never really seen them interact.
Oh, it's a black woman, white man?
White woman, black man.
White woman, black man, go.
Right. So that's I mean, like most of my friends, we black on black over here. But from what I see, on the socials, it almost feels like Black women are educating non-Black men on how to be with them. Like Buddy is like bringing her bonnet at night, like passing her the shea butter, like the little things that we consider to be like Black, I guess. And I get it. Black is not a monolith. We are not all the same. I don't sleep in a bonnet. Like I get it, but the little things that we think of, like they teaching them how to be with them. So I don't know.
Yeah, I mean they, and then and what and a point in a space that we're not really highlighting is that kind of influences this stuff. Because I don't think it's a double standard. I think maybe a lot of the reasoning why Black individuals or Black Americans are looking outside of their own race goes deep, and it goes to the constant argument that's going on right now in the manosphere and in the on the women's side. I forget what they call that, but with that being said, that's more classism. That's more. I think all of them desire to have a Black partner, but when you get tired and you say, "Well, I'm gonna settle for this because it's easier to use," and I believe Black women are on that same time.
I don't know. The Black women that I see dating outside their race, they look like they are being treated very well. They don't look like they settling. They like, we love it here, sis. Mwah. Like, I mean, and
No,
I get it. Social
wait.
media is a highlight reel. I get that. But they look
So
happy.
we'll have to talk after, because when you said they not settling, I'm like, they would prefer to have you telling me you don't. Okay, I think
They
that
prefer to be loved on properly. That's what we want. We want to be loved on. What you always be saying, protect,
nah, they want
provide,
somebody that can
provision.
tell what to do. Bring me my bonnet. Bring me my cocoa butter.
Nope, he just
All
brings it
these
to her because he loves her.
Keep your cookies over there. Selling Wolf tickets. We're not buying. All right. Mika Baldwin says, I'm with you, Doc. She ain't lied one time.
Thank you. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Y'all see my face? They be gathering together.
And they say Black women don't
come
get
together. Thundercats come together to form Voltron. So Aspen says, Buddy would do a Black woman hair for sure.
And baby, and let me tell you, it's a white man on TikTok doing Black women hair, baby. I said he is.
She's not talking about a stylist. She's talking about her man will sit down. Now I'm gonna tell you, I'm not gonna be able to braid it up and do all of the fancy things you would like, but I can cut out some hair, and I can take down some plaits, and I can scratch it, and I'll grease it too. That's the advanced level now, but I can get that done. Done it.
Yeah, my husband cut out so many sew-ins and all that. Yeah, man, and then I had got my locks like style. He was all taking it down. Yeah,
man, and I don't know. It's just something.
It makes me happy.
I enjoy it. I promise I do, but I think that's because I'm a natural giver. But let's stay on topic.
Okay, so, go ahead.
Mika Baldwin said we prefer to be loved on.
Yes.
I gotta find out this definition of what y'all mean loved on. Yeah. Aspen Smith says, yes, they are, Buddy. Juan and Korean Bay would treat them.
And it was Korean Bay who I was talking about, and Filipino Bay, and Samoan Bay. Baby, they on the TikTok. Listen.
Well, we ain't got no support. I'm serious. I feel like we ain't got a shot. Dang.
I'm just saying. And then they getting them with swag too. Like they don't look how they looked when I was growing up. Like it's a new.
You know what they doing? They trying to look like.
I don't know about all that because they don't look like that.
Well, come on,
but they swagged out.
White women are trying to look like Black women. White men trying to look like Black men. I'm saying it out loud. Now, some of them will say, no, we're not, and that's fine.
Filipino and Korean Bay, they don't look like Black men.
They do not, but they try. That's why they grab a couple of y'all, because y'all are settling. Well, he kind of got the he this.
No, these people are in love and happy.
I am happy for them.
Living in abundant. And listen, and Bud and them got these black women living in a soft girl era, and I am here for it. They are getting loved on properly. Come on with this comment.
This ain't no love, though. Mika Baldwin said, "If you take down my braids, I'm in love."
Because that is a love language all within itself.
Steph got us with the laughing or winking or the winking emojis.
Yeah, it's a wink.
All right. So we down to the last 10 minutes. If you got any other thoughts, because we're gonna keep on rolling. I got
get the comment now.
Okay, Aspen said Korean Bay is taking over back industry entertainment. I feel the tax.
Yes, soft girl me. Come on, Mika.
Gotta be a soft girl. And I'm not talking to Mika. I'm not talking to you, Doc. I'm not talking to Steph.
Yeah, my man.
I'm not talking to Aspen. I'm just saying it goes with that. You soft girl, you gotta be a soft girl.
Okay. Well, we can't be soft if you ain't being hard. Like, so hey, whatever. Come on, read
that's the problem. See? Okay. That's a whole nother thing. I believe that a soft woman will bring out all of and that's another thing. It's not about hard and soft. It's a lot of area of gray, because I think a real man is someone who can be doing some. Man, I'll take out your braids with my left hand, and then I'll slit the throat of my enemy with my right at the same time. I possess both of those natures, those capabilities, so I can be nurturing and soft with my woman, especially if she's soft. But I mean, I'm a caveman. I'll beat my chest and eat the raw meat right off the leg of the animal if I got to. I choke a rhinoceros if I got to feed my family. So you carry both of those natures, but and I think women carry both of them too. But we don't want to though. What you say?
We don't want to. We just want to be soft.
Well, then, hey, be soft, but don't be trying to put prerequisites on other people before you be soft.
So to me, being soft means
attract what you are. If you want them.
And then I was trying to catch the beat, but I don't know the song.
If you want you a superstar, I said.
Okay, I don't like it.
All right, I'm sorry. I don't know what happened just there. It wasn't me. It came from the upper buzz. All right, Aspen says, ain't no high value man. Ain't no high value man. While stuck on low vibration. Kevin Samuels say. Aspen says, all jokes aside, I love my black men when you find the right one. There go them asterisks and them sub clauses.
That's right.
Nigga says, Doc still ain't lied. Preach, sis. Y'all don't see the soft. Nah, I see the soft.
No, y'all, it just we can make.
I'm talking directly to Mika right now. Ooh. No, don't please. I just want to be myself. Please don't take things out of context.
So this what you don't know about me. Everybody's like my siblings are all older than me. So sometimes that like little sister in me that's like sneaking, listening to your phone conversation, like sneaks out. That's my bad. That was all me, guys. Wasn't him. Sorry.
I know her family. I don't want no smoke. Okay. All right. So sexuality and relationships.
Men,
it's gonna be the final one. So get your sayings in. Say what you're gonna say. Do what you're gonna do. I think black women's sexuality could be it's policed more rigorous,
There you go.
more strenuently.
There you go.
What I would say. They're victimized and call out of their name if they kind of live their own life. I guess if they try to live a little independently. INDEENT. If you do that, then I think women are and I'll say it the simple way because I'm trying to do it too much. Like women who exercise their sexual appetites are going to be considered less than savory, where men are mostly celebrated. If their body count is high, it's not as vilified, it's not as attacked with black women, with women in general. And then I think black women specifically, they're gonna be called hoes and all kind of other stuff.
Look at that. We agree.
Boom.
Because I was just gonna say, men get to slang that thing and it's nothing. A woman sing WAP too many times and the people like, Lord, let's pray.
I don't. Well, that's not quite the way. Men don't get to just slang that thing and nobody say nothing.
It get to be
men. If you slang that thing too much, things gonna change.
Not true.
Somebody gonna because it's gonna come on now.
We agree, but you just want to disagree. I agree with you.
No, I don't. I'm just protecting both sides of the court.
Men get to slang that thing. Okay, so Mika said, Doc, we can relate and can, sis, every time.
Whatever.
Aspen say she agree. I'm just gonna go ahead and say she agreeing with me.
Nah, she talking about what I was talking about.
Nah, she agree with me. It's cool. They are slanging it for real. They are just passing it out. Just
nah, I'm a stingy brother. Because it just carries too much weight, man. It carries too much. It's too much connection going on. It's problematic if you're out there doing that. But you know what? A man can't slang if she ain't giving up that thing. So look in the mirror.
Did you make that up?
Look in the mirror. Yeah, I just made that up right now.
Yeah, because I ain't never.
She was like, "What song is that?" You know, this boy. Yeah, I got a little Johnny Taylor. You know, I'm his third cousin once removed, but nevertheless,
okay. Yeah,
I made all that up. I'm not Johnny Taylor's cousin. We're not related.
Well, that's what the remove meant. Like I was with you. Okay, this is out of control. Yes, a man cannot slang if he ain't got nowhere to land. True, but if he landed in 50 other places, he could be number 3 for them 50 women. He's still on number 50. So
yeah.
Again, I say y'all slanging that thing.
I'll tell you the other element of that in relationships is women. You can't have a high body count. And
that's what's good for the goose, good for the gander.
I'm with it. Hey, I'm with it. I'm with it. I'm gonna tell you. I brag on any heel, man. I could have been that cat, but I am not. I was raised better. I'm gonna tell you right now. My uncle told me this was early, very early, high school early.
What he said.
He said, "Boy, don't you know when you have sex with a woman, that's your wife?" That's in the word. And he's, that's his foundation. That's what he was raised with. That's what he knew. He said, when you have sex with a woman, man, that's your wife. I didn't want no wives. And I'm going to tell you, it was by fear, but reverence later on in life as you read and show and study and show yourself approved. So it's a lot of weight on that.
Okay.
I don't mean I followed it to the T all the time.
Oh, we never thought that you did.
But I kept
it. By we, I mean me and the people in the comment section.
But that definitely kept that number low.
Oh, we jamming today. Okay, Steph said, how would you know? Why would you want to know? I don't know that I want to know, but how do people know? They ask.
You can, they ask, but I think, But you know what? You know how I say it take one to know one? And since men be out there slinging, they're going to be able to recognize the moves, the ease and the lack of hesitation.
Okay, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in to Perspective. It's been a wild ride tonight. Please, please, please go vote for us. We want to win. We is finna drive to the thing, and we want to be on stage.
That
and we want to say, and I'm not even gonna drive. Passenger princess.
As always, man, we thank our comment section. We thank y'all for being here. Definitely appreciate your input, your perspective. And so go on to the website. Not go on to Facebook. Go to our Perspective podcast. Perspective spelled with 3s, where the E's go. So go on to that. Look, you'll see it. Also, we'll try to share the link throughout the week.
The link is in the chat. Scroll.
Okay, it's in the chat right now. So
put the link in there. Please, please, please go vote for us. We really appreciate it. We appreciate y'all being here. Like, follow, subscribe, give the BS3 the stars, but vote for us.
Right. Hey, make sure you tune in. Now, I'm gonna go and give a precursor. May or may not be in the building next week, but either way, it's gonna be something good, sexy, and funky. So listen, we're over our time. We're there. Hey, thank you. We talk to y'all next week.